Okay, so we got our 93 Suzuki Sidekick here, and it's developed a radiator leak, so we're going to put a new one in. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's had a very slow leak for about 3-4 months now, and I'm talking it would go through the reservoir and drain it over about 6-8 weeks. But as of this past week, it's gone through the reservoir in a day. So I've got a new one in a box, and we're going to put this in. And I've got a fairly clean storage bin as a drain pan, because the coolant in it's only about 5 months old. So I'm hoping to reuse as much as I can. And I'm cheap that way. But fairly easy job. I can't imagine it'll take me much more than an hour, including filming. So let's just jump into her. So from underneath, you can drain with the drain valve, and you're going to have 2 bolts to the lower part of the shroud. One here, kind of hard to see, just on the other side of the drain valve, and then one right there beside your lower rad hose. And up top for your shroud, you normally have a bolt here and a bolt here. However, both of these ones were broken. Where's it? Right there. It's broken. So in my case, I had a zip tie here and a zip tie here that I had to cut. Now I can just push this back out of the way. And I shouldn't have to remove the fan to remove the radiator. So I've got my upper hose off and just tucked away over here. I've got the hose for the reservoir just tucked away over here. I don't think the power steering reservoir is going to be in my way. But all you've got is a bolt on this side and a bolt on that side. That's your 10 mil. I think the only tools you need for this job are a 10 mil and, depending on your hose clamp style, a flat screwdriver. Yeah, no special tools needed here. And normally when you're doing a rad, I like to do the cap and the thermostat at the same time. That thermostat's only about 6 months old, and I do have a new cap. Just something to note there. So it's empty. All my hoses and bolts are out, so I should pretty much pick her right up and lay her down. And you can see kind of where it's been leaking. It's kind of got a core leak somewhere around this area. That's old. A lot of miles on it, so for 178 bucks, I don't mind putting a new one in. So nowadays, it seems a lot of replacement radiators will always have the automatic transmission cooler built in. Even if it's a 4 standard, it's fine. Just leave them plugged up. It's not going to hurt anything. But when you buy a radiator for your Suzuki Sidekick, there's 2 different sizes based on the distance from center to center on these bottom pins. This one's 17 3/8. It's the one Napa happened to have in stock. The other one's 18 1/2. I don't know what the difference is. It's probably 2 or 4 door. Since 2 doors aren't as heavy, they don't need as big of a radiator. So there you go. So after all that, it's the wrong frickin' radiator. I had to look up the part number on Rock Auto. I called Napa, and that particular radiator they want $700 for. So I ordered it from Rock Auto for $83 instead. And since it's not a huge leak, I think it will survive for a week. Alright, we're out here for round 2 of Suzuki Sidekick radiator replacement. It's been about 2 weeks. So, got the right one from Rock Auto, and everything looks right, so we're going to throw her in. The only thing is, the nut cert things have been put on backwards, so I'm going to have to flip those around. No big deal. those down in there. Slide this one in. Snake it around our shroud. Just about home. And there she goes. Good, very good. One bolt. And our second ground wire. Way down there. The last owner, who installed some aftermarket LED lights, grounded them to the rad mounts. Not the first place I would have chosen, but it works, so we're just going to keep it like that. It's dead. Oh well. A bit of manual labor never killed nobody. Grabbing some 2 M6 bolts to replace the ones that were broken off in the old radiator. They're just for my stash. I never throw away a metric bolt because they're always so hard to find, it seems. The rest is done underneath. down there. Signifier sees all the way up to operating temp. Curved the last of the bubbles out of here. Popped up my reservoir. Checking for leaks. I've been watching continually. And I haven't seen any leaks. So I think we're going to call this one done. I might change the oil after this because it's just about due. Thanks for watching.